The gloves are off, Jamaica. Hypocrite, liar, flip-flopper. Those were just some of the words flying across the stage as Prime Minister Andrew Holness and opposition leader Mark Golding squared off in the election leadership debate. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will see why this debate may go down as one of the most explosive in Jamaica's political history. The context plus the stakes. The 2025 election debate wasn't just about policies. It was about survival. Holness came in painting himself as Mr. Clean. Yes, Holness calling himself Mr. Clean. The politician with the highest moral authority, the man whose entire life is supposedly an open book. Golding, he wasn't buying it. From the jump, he hit back with the line that Holness has been operating under a deep cloud, a direct reference to those uncertified statutory declarations that have been haunting the Prime Minister since 2021. A deep cloud. At this point, Holness might need Digicel roaming just to see sunlight. But then came the Integrity Commission, and that's when things got nuclear. Do you think Holness convinced Jamaicans he's Mr. Clean, or did Golding expose him? Vote with your comment. Holness, Golding, or neither in the comments below. The clash, drama plus insults plus exposed nerves. Holness doubles down. You know me, Jamaica. You can trust me. Golding snaps back. Trust. This government has been drowning in scandals. Ministers in the naughty corner at the office of the Prime Minister. Investigations piling up like potholes after rain. At this point, the naughty corner at the office of the Prime Minister might need its own cabinet portfolio. Integrity Commission card. Golding drops it hard. The IC's scathing report proves this government has lost its way. Holness fires back, flipping the script. Well, Mark, how about you? Assets overseas, sweetheart deals. Can Jamaicans even believe you? And then Holness goes straight for Mark Golding's weak spot. The financial sector collapse of the 1990s. The explosion. Finsac, bombshell. Golding stands firm. I declared all my assets. That's why my declarations are certified. DB&G, we played no sweetheart games. But you, Andrew, let's talk about Finsac. You bought a house from someone who lost everything to Finsac. You are a hypocrite. The crowd gasp. Holness, visibly shaken, hits back. I did not buy a Finsac house. Stop with your weaponized lies. At this point, even the moderator looked like they were about to phone in a referee from WWE. Hypocrite versus liar. Who do you think landed the knockout punch? Holness or Golding? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every comment. What started as a debate on corruption became a brawl over trust, hypocrisy, and Jamaica's political past. But here's the real cliffhanger. Who won? Was Holness convincing in painting himself as clean, or did Mark Golding's Finsac shot landed the deadliest blow? That's the question Jamaica will be debating long after the cameras stop rolling. This debate felt more like WWE than politics. Who should get the rematch? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me if you want to see a rematch of Holness and Golding political debate around 2 in the comments below. Here's a summary of the highlights and the key points. Holness claims moral authority plus full transparency. Golding counters with uncertified declarations plus scandals under JLP. Integrity Commission looms large over the government. Holness accuses Golding of shady overseas assets. Golding fires back with DB&G defense plus Finsac bombshell accusation. Debate turns into a battle of hypocrite versus liar versus flip-flopper. The Finsac bombshell was Golding's shot fair play or below the belt. Let's hear Jamaica's verdict in the comments below. So, Holness foolishly come out with the sole intention to attack Mark Golding with Finsac. Something happened over 30 years ago. So apparently, Holness did not get the memo. Come like Tufton them and Favour Williams them never communicate with him, or maybe Holness just never watched the debate. The economic debate will happen on Tuesday night. Holness, you know, realize the Finsac conversation never work Tuesday night with Favour and Tufton them. They failed miserably. They actually lost that debate. The PNP actually won that economic debate. So what you are gonna with Finsac again? In the end, it don't work for you. You're not gonna get to score no political points off of this, off of Finsac. You should have just leave that well enough alone. Jamaicans don't care about something that happened over 30 years ago. That is not affecting my life today. What affect my life today is all of the corruption scandals and allegations and accusations we have follow up your party. That is what is affecting my life directly today in my lived experience. And because of corruption, why Tufton have the hospital them severely underfunded. A corruption why things can't get done. A corruption why the teacher them can't get a good raise of pay. Why the police them can't get a good raise of pay. Why people in the public sector cannot get a good raise of pay. It's all because of corruption. Because the money was supposed to flow into government infrastructure and into government policies. Those money get siphoned off into politician pocket and private man pocket. So corruption is a hindrance and a big roadblock to real growth and real prosperity. So I actually care about the Integrity Commission report. I don't care about Finsac. You tell me about something that happened over 30 years ago. I care about what happened right now, in a real time, in real life. So you come out feeling like you don't score some political points when you come chat about Finsac, and you failed miserably, Andrew Holness, and you lost that debate against Mark Golding. Yes, Mark Golding came out on top. How can the incumbent lose 3 consecutive debates? In a row that give pamphlets about record of achievement. If you truly had a real record of achievement, you would have dominated all 3 political debates, and you lost all 3 political debates miserably. And come September 3rd, you're not going to lose that general election miserably, because all of we are going to put with X squarely beside the head. Integrity Commission, Finsac, scandals. Did this debate bring clarity or just more confusion? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. Me don't know if me want see it, but me can't believe the arrogance where Holness enter this debate with. I am of the opinion that Holness and the JLP supporters delusionally gaslight themselves into believing that the Integrity Commission report with all the allegations and accusations of illicit enrichment and the other illicit 9 where they over the JLP. Yes, that illicit 9 where they over the JLP and only Holness alone know about. Them delusionally gaslight themselves to believe say that no mean nothing to the Jamaican people and that no hold no weight and that no can no water. But the Finsac financial fallout crisis what happened over 30 years ago, that I go mean something now to Jamaicans over 30 years after, and that I go carry more weight as a counter narrative to the Integrity Commission illicit enrichment scandal. They actually believe say this Finsac thing I go be just as damaging to the PNP like how the Integrity Commission is just as damaging to the JLP. Yes, then delusionally gaslight themselves if believe that. Don't ask me if you do the maths on that because the maths is not mathing. The maths no make no sense. Whenever you ask one JLP supporter what they think about the Integrity Commission matter, then shrug it off and say, "Chow, that no nothing, that no mean nothing. Nobody no care about that." Delusionally gaslight themselves, trick themselves into believing say the IC report doesn't mean nothing and it's not damaging to the party. So it shows you the level of intelligence you deal with when you deal with JLP supporters. And this is not for all JLP supporters. Of course, you are going to have some intelligent one where naturally know say, oh, this where the Prime Minister do with the Integrity Commission don't look good. So you are going to have the few real critical thinkers when we say, oh, me no support that and this just does not look good for the party leader and the party on a whole. So me not talk to those JLP supporters who actually have sense. When I drink the delusional gaslighting Kool-Aid where Holness and every other JLP supporter drink. So let me get this straight. I feel like me actually a troll Holness at this point. Zane, watch you now. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting had DB&G, a listed company on the Jamaica Stock Exchange with hundreds if not thousands of employees with multiple locations across the island, if not the entire island. Every parish had a Daring, Bunting and Golding in it. Legitimate business where you could walk into. Zane, we are aware of the PM having several businesses with 470 million in transactions are passed through all of them, and them business then are paying no tax over to Jamaica. TJ now get no tax on them the last time we check based on the Integrity Commission report. So how you want to talk about DB&G and try to tie them to Finsac? A legitimate business where we could have walked in, where we could have walked past daily in our various parishes and see the big DB&G building them, bank them. Zane, we don't know none of your business them. We don't know none of your business them. No Jamaica Foundation, no Imperium Holding, no ADMAT. None of your business them. We don't know no physical location for them. Which one of your business them listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange currently right now in 2025? Cause we still ask the question, you know, if your business them are legitimate companies, because we say they are registered as limited liability companies. But what we really want to know is, the big question is, are they just one big shell company where only exists on paper? If that's the case, you cannot talk to a Mark Golding and a Peter Bunting because DB&G was bought by Scotia Bank, another legal legitimate company that is listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So tell me when you're going to do the IPO if you wanna your business them, so we can buy shares in it when you put one of your company them on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, because we say you have multiple companies and multiple businesses. So think about that the next time when you bring up the whole Finsac argument and you want, you know, refer to DB&G. Yeah. So when Holness say, I did not purchase a Finsac house, I bought a house on the open market. That's just Holness practicing the art of double speaking, meaning you say one thing but you mean something entirely different. Zane? Because with a statement like that, it gives him plausible deniability. The mere fucking state say I did not purchase a Finsac house. I bought a house on the open market. That sentence, I bought a house on the open market, is where the plausible deniability comes in. Because no Holness can say, me never know say it was a Finsac foreclosed home I bought on the open market. The person who did the transaction did not disclose to me that it was a repossessed house by Finsac. Plausible deniability. So it's just a clever wordplay when you hear Holness say I did not purchase a Finsac house. I bought a house on the open market. Just know that. You see, PM Holness have a way of always, make things backfire upon him, because had he not opened the door where Mark Finsac pani, all of this would not be coming out. The mere fact say he opened the door, he now leave himself open to exposure and scrutiny. He now leave himself vulnerable for the truth come out because you open the door of Finsac. You never hear say, let sleeping dogs lie. Why you go dig up an old dead body from over 30 years ago? I want to come bring you up now like say something recent or just happened yesterday. So you deserve everything where you get. You deserve everything that's coming to you. Because come September 3rd, we all are going to put our X squarely beside the head. One Marky G, one Team PMP. Time come. Time for Holness and the entire JLP come down now. You know, do too much. Like seriously, at some point Holness, you have to ask yourself the question, what you think you did go get out of this whole Finsac scenario? What type of political mileage you think you did get out of it? Because now you are fully exposed. Now the whole Jamaica have you as one big old hypocrite. You cannot be trusted. No integrity, no moral high ground you can take. You're just simply not trustworthy. More importantly, after having spent 200 million on a commission of inquiry into the collapse of the financial sector, and I'll know the JLP can publish the findings of that Finsac commission of inquiry, that looks suspicious. That look like somebody just do the inquiry, possibly eat a food in the process, because $200 million, that's a lot of money through an inquiry. So somebody just try cover their tracks, eat a food at the same time, you see me? But then just never do a good job of covering their tracks. And stellar performance by Mark Jefferson Golding in that leadership debate, where Marky G clearly dominated the debate. Holness entered the debate with not a foot to stand on. Instead, Holness entered the debate with his manifesto and how he go move the country forward. He solely entered the debate to try talk about Finsac and Mark Golding. Now that never did work out for him. Regardless of the fact say Holness knows say Marky G are go come with the Integrity Commission scandal and debacle, where Holness and the Integrity Commission is entangled in. So the strategy where Holness enter the debate with, that was not a good strategy. I strongly believe that he should have just come in at the debate, defend your manifesto, and try convince the Jamaican people say, well, you are the one to continue. But because the Integrity Commission investigation of illicit enrichment, the cloud that we are hung over your head, and nothing where you can just walk away from, because Marky G come armed with that. So even though you say, oh, I am no longer under any more investigation by the Integrity Commission, you forgot the little part, you left out the little part, say yes, because them hand off the case to the Financial Investigation Division, FID, to do further digging and investigations into your financials. Remember, you never did a cooperate with the Integrity Commission. investigation, So the IC was unable to conclude its investigation. You never comply. So that is why the report of illicit enrichment was basically inconclusive, because the things what would tie you to illicit enrichment, if there was any, you never give them the detailed receipts of your expense details, because the simple fact that Holness refused to provide them with critical information it needed to do so. That's all it boiled down to. The IC referred the matter to the Financial Investigations Division, citing Holness's failure to provide expense details. So when I said the investigation into him is over, it never really over just because he never did a complaint and cooperate. So the IC sent it over to the Financial Investigations Division so them coulda dig deeper and further into Holness finances to see if the FID could unlock the lock where the IC couldn't unlock. So no PM Holness, you cannot exonerate yourself and say, oh, the investigation by the Integrity Commission is over and rare. No, it never over. Then pass off your case to the FID and we see where Dennis Strong got appointed. Someone who is allegedly closely associated with you. And then we all know what happened with Dennis Strong and the Financial Investigations Division. That appointment, we all know what happened there. So anyway you take your Holness, this debate never did all work out well for you. You never did all come out on top of this debate. As me say, stellar performance from Mark Jefferson Golding, who basically obliterated Andrew Holness on that leadership debate of 2025. So now Jamaica clearly see who should be the next Prime Minister. Jamaica clearly see who is going to be the next Prime Minister, and that is none other than, drumroll please, Mark Jefferson Golding, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. And there's nothing the JLP can do to stop that, because what? Time come. Holness basically enter the debate from a weak position, because he might enter the debate with the Integrity Commission cloud a hang over his head. He entered the debate with not a good economic performance, because them a boast and brag about this physical discipline where they have. Yes, this fiscal discipline where they have, where they keep on tighten the belt to make sure so they can pay off the country's debt. That's all good and well, but at the same time, that stifles the economy. That does not create growth. It's basically a trade-off. A choice and a trade-off. So once you go physical discipline, there is not much growth where will ever take place. So you have to try to come up with an idea now where you maintain your fiscal discipline, but on the other hand, you have something strategically to grow the economy exponentially. But them only are focused on fiscal discipline. So that is why they matter about this economic success, while said economic success is not translating into the lives of the everyday average Jamaicans, where every time them go supermarket, wholesaler, market, things raise every week or every 2 weeks. It's like you can never go supermarket and pick up a bread and actually get it for the same price. And you have to understand this. All this fiscal discipline does not affect the rich and wealthy. It only affects the middle class and the poor, because the rich always are going to survive because they have them billions and trillions of money to survive on. So no matter what happen. But the poor man, we don't even have $2,000 in a bank account and he just live from paycheck to paycheck. Him or she cannot manage. So who do you think came out on top in this fiery debate? Was Holness convincing, or did Golding expose him? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this one is going to divide Jamaica. And if you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button. Subscribe for more hard-hitting, expert political commentary analysis, and check out one of these videos right here. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next.